it's a lot of waffle. 75% waffle, 25% is something that definitely I do not recommend because you end up getting kind of corrupted by crazy, really in this world stuff. I think I did one course on Thai transvestites, prostitutes or something. And these courses just try and justify all this sort of madness, and it's very, very odd. Anyway, so I lived in this house. Oh, what was her name? I met her in the psychology course. She had a young child. I can't remember her name, but she was absolutely a gorgeous person. Somehow she had a young child. She was a bit older. Oh no, maybe she was married. I think she was half Malay, half, European background. Anyway, she lived in this house and she was moving. I guess she was moving with her husband. And she said, "Did I want to move into it?" And I said, "Yes, please," because it was amazing. It was right on this end of this peninsula. And so I was just reminiscing about that. I looked at some road maps and things. And the amazing thing about this place was there was 3 beaches close by. I had this balcony that looked out over the harbour, and these enormous ships came in. They'd come and collect coal and steel and cargo. Absolutely beautiful, enormous ships. And they, sometimes I'd have to let off that huge sounding horn. And it was just beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I guess what I'm trying to communicate is that I have lived in lots and lots of different places, and I've seen many different things, and each time I never imagined where I would go next, what would happen, and everything has always worked out pretty much. And I'm so grateful, to be alive now when we have so much. So this place, I used to surf, hang out with friends, lived with different friends. There was Julie, and then Jody. I think that's it. Maybe Mel. Oh, and Mikey for a while. But it was this amazing place, Bubba. I was just so lucky. So it was this chap, I think his mum owned it, and he sort of managed it for her. It was just a little bit of income. Incredible place. Now it would be worth millions of pounds with the views and the location and the size. We just hung out, I grew vegetables. It was amazing. So I think what I'm trying to say is, I knew at some point I needed to move from Newcastle because I thought it was too small. But when you look at this place, it was beautiful. It would be a beautiful place to live and raise a family. But because, I was unsettled because of, my mixture of my personality and the family stuff, I didn't want to do that. So I left and I moved to Sydney, and actually I lived with Papa for a year or something. I wanted to get to know him because obviously Mama had pushed him away from us and said terrible things about him. And I just thought, you know what, let me go and live with my dad. And so I lived in this very posh neighbourhood of Sydney called Turramurra, where he had a house. But it was a crazy time for him. He'd left one wife, married another wife. Actually, I can't even remember who it was. I think it was Myra. But it wasn't ideal, let me say that. But I lived there, I paid rent, a little bit of rent, just to cover some bills. I saved up money, and then I went actually I had a camper van that we got from Gran and Grams when they went into the nursing home. And I took that camper van, I saved up some money and took that camper van and went in to see Lake Eyre, which is this enormous lake that fills it used to fill once every 100 years or something, but I think it fills a bit, it just depends. Anyway, it's this below sea level lake in the middle of Australia where lots of rivers go to, and fish lay dormant, like they're sort of freeze waiting for the water, and then they come back alive, and all these birds from all over the world come there to eat this fish and all these insects. So I went to see that, and actually that was pretty amazing. But so I had a job at the University of Sydney looking after the clubs and societies, the cultural organisations of the university, and that was good. I could save money. It was interesting to be at the university. Met some interesting people there. And then I left, and then after going to Lake Eyre, I think I didn't know what to do, so I don't think I'd finished my degree yet, so the potential was to go back to Newcastle or look for somewhere where I could finish the degree. Things were a lot more relaxed back then. You could sort of take your time. I think it took me 5 years or something to do my degree, because I would take a year off. I'd do sort of this activism stuff around, I don't know what it was, whatever, pro-people stuff, hippie stuff. It wasn't really environmentalism, it was kind of just for the people, basically saying it's well. And so I decided, I found a university in the north of New South Wales, Coffs Harbour University, or no, I can't remember. It was in Coffs Harbour, but I can't remember the name of the university. Northern Rivers, anyway, it was a decent university. They had a campus in Coffs Harbour, and I could live in Bellingen, which was in this amazingly beautiful town, Bellingen, which I'd save some money. I thought maybe I could buy a property out in these kind of hippie areas, rainforest. But it was a very strange place with lots of strange people. And although Mama claims that